Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel, Kindred Souls of Brooklyn and Sarasota. And we are here in downtown Sarasota, as you can see, right on spring training, with home of the Orioles here in Sarasota. And today, real treat for you, I'm going to visit the most haunted place in the entire Gulf Coast. It's the Gator Club here in downtown Sarasota. It's a historic building known to be haunted by Mrs. Worth, who was a owner of the grocery store that used to be there way back when, back in the 1800s, early 1900s. So stay tuned, you're gonna love this video. Now, I'm not even kidding, there's a lot of strange things going on today. Let me show you, there's a trolley coming up behind me. That's not too strange. I brought a religious article with me that's blessed. I got these before my event last year for the Waffles Foundation, but I'm gonna tell you about a lot of strange things that's been happening today already. On my way here, I heard Funeral for a Friend. That's my favorite Elton John song, right? My Son Is in Heaven, everyone knows that from Matt Waffles, right? His favorite song, one of them, was The Loadout by Jackson Browne, which is a great song about roadies and things like that, because he was in the music industry. So that, now on top of this here, listen to this. I have a brand new iPhone, right? A 16 that I just bought last week. The phone, the video function is not functioning. I can't take it the opposite way around. I'm only able to take it this way. Usually I show you the outside and I reverse the camera. It is not working. So anyway, I'm not making this up. This is so strange. This is the club right behind me right here. You can see it behind me. You got the palm tree right there. You can see what they offer, different nights, different things, bingo, DJs, all that kind of stuff. So before it even happens, before I even get in there, it's very strange. And like I say, I spend a lot of time kind of on the other side since Matt died. I've always been kind of what they call a sensitive, where I could walk into a place and kind of get a read on something, get a feeling on someone. I got to kind of get a certain kind of feeling and ebb. And the fact that Matt's over on the other side now, he's my guardian angel over there. Carrie's not here. Carrie's at work. She would definitely not come to something like this. This is totally not her ball game whatsoever. So let's do it. Let's go and see what else happens. So this is a very old part of Sarasota. Obviously, this is a historic building. I told you they made it a historic building in 1998, and I imagine this was probably a speakeasy during the 1920s when alcohol was illegal. So I'm sure that this place stood for that. Probably so many things that happened in here that over the years, but it was a grocery store, like a general store, and apparently there's different spirits who stay here, but apparently the strongest one is this lady, Mrs. Worth. Now, when I go home and I upload this video, I'm gonna try to get a photograph of her. I don't know if there is a photograph or whatever, but you could see it kind of has that feeling, for me anyway, of just something that obviously is very old. And let me show you this here in the window. And obviously could have activity. Now, I'm not one to do haunted videos. I've done one video out of my 850 videos. I think I've done only one other video that's kind of like a video based on things that will be haunted, which is the most haunted stretch of highway on I-4. I did a video on that where there's lots of accidents, and you might want to look that one up. But this is a very busy part of Sarasota. I got the Hyde Park Steakhouse right behind me. There's a Whole Foods right behind me. This is downtown Sarasota, the main place. The courts are only right down the block. And I'm hoping, I tried calling the place before I came to see if I could get in before they open up at 4 o'clock. And I'm just gonna try and hang around. I gotta pick Carrie up about 5:30. So I wanna see if I can get in there. Now, let's see, they got a Gator in there. Look at that, Gator Club, right? So I'm gonna really make a strong attempt to come in and see what I feel in here, see if I experience anything. So let's check it out. All right, so I have my exterior camera back now, so still haven't been able to get in, but I can show you more of the outside the way I'd want to, and show you more of this Art Deco style that this was built in. And it almost has a feel, you know, you look at these signs and how things are, look at that, how old is that, right? And you look at the old wood, it reminds me a lot of Park Slope where I grew up, where you had all the old stores. Look at these brass doorknobs here. My mom loved brass doorknobs. Shine those up. Look at the woodwork. You don't see woodwork the way this is done anymore. And here we go. This is called Wirtz Block, built 1913, H.P. Westbrook builder. Has been placed on the National Register of Historic Places and designated historic structure by the city of Sarasota. So there you go. And apparently the family lived upstairs, so they had the business downstairs.
I think you speak for 15 if you rush through it, and then just 5 minutes for questions.
And they have, look at this. I wanted to show you this. I mean, stuff like this you just don't see anymore. This is just really old school, right? Brick building, the way it's set up here. You have a side entrance and a main entrance. You really can't see nothing in there. Let me just get you. Can't really see nothing in this. I'm gonna have to wait till I go in. I'm not gonna turn the camera around again. But they have these outdoor tables too. And it almost begs the question. I mean, obviously people like to sit outside. It is Florida. But it almost begs the question that, are they out here because they're afraid to go in? Now here's another spooky thing that correlates. Anyone who knows me, you know that we have my brother-in-law, Kevin, or Momo. And Momo has been in a assisted living facility for the last 3 years because he actually had a stroke, right? Well, he had a stroke right after lunch. And this was the place where he had his last lunch before he'll be in there almost 3 years. And look at this, it's right across the street from the Gator Club. Very, very strange correlation. We ate lunch here. I remember it like it was yesterday. We ate lunch here. The trolley that comes in, the trolley pulled up the street. We got on the trolley going up this way, went over to the other side. He was listening to his favorite song, Margaritaville. And 2 blocks down, not far from Sarasota Memorial Hospital, he took a massive stroke and he's been inside that facility ever since. So, I don't know. Coincidence? Maybe. But we'll see. Busy spring day here in Sarasota. So I'm still waiting to get in, and I could tell you, it's a very strange corner. You know, you have a lot of tourists, a lot of locals. There's a lot of homeless in Sarasota, like any warm climate in Florida. And I could tell you, it seems to be a gathering spot, at least on the other side. I'm not going to show them. And as I'm sitting here, I do feel, you know, a little bit of heaviness that I feel like there's a lot going on here. And, you know, it's a kind of place where, like I said, the courts are not that far down the street. Maybe it's my brother-in-law taking the stroke not too far from here. But I am starting to feel some kind of something here. And I'm going to see when I go in just to be sure. And again, I don't have a fear to it, but I just feel as though it's a place that's been well traveled. And sorry I'm not turning the camera around because I feel like it's not going to work if I do. I want to keep it in this direction because it's been acting very strange. But I do feel like this is a place that it's active and it's been well traveled. I think those are 2 words that would come to my mind as I'm sitting here. Here's another dog. Let's see if there's any effect on this. Very adorable. I love dogs. Really cute.
Thank you.
I was seeing if he had any kind of reaction. I don't know if you know this. I'm a YouTuber. This is the most haunted place in Sarasota. Did you know that?
No.
The Gator Club.
No.
This one right behind me. So I was seeing, because they say dogs are very sensitive to spirits.
Oh, really?
But this is supposedly the most haunted place in all of Sarasota. It was an old speakeasy. And what's her name?
Lily.
Lily, do you pick up anything? Are you picking up any
not.
spirits? Any smells of anything?
She did on the other side, like she stuck.
What did she do?
Like she just stuck somehow, like not sure why.
Really?
But then she just kept walking and that's it.
Okay, maybe she did.
Nothing.
Maybe she did sense something.
Yeah.
She is a service dog,
Nothing.
very sensitive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe.
Well, if you want to watch the video, it's called. The channel is called Kindred Souls of Brooklyn
All
and
right.
Sarasota. What are your names?
Marcos.
Marcos and Priscilla.
Yeah.
Priscilla, I love that name. I'm a big Elvis Presley fan. And your name is Lily.
Lily, yeah.
Nice to meet everybody.
All right.
Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping. Well, look at Lily's. Look at this. Lily doesn't want to go. She might be picking up on something. What do you think, Lily? She's sitting outside the Gator Club. Do you hear any Do you hear or feel any spirits?
I call you.
Any voices from beyond?
Come on.
She doesn't want to go. She's adorable. Bye now. Have a great day. So here's the side of the building. Just trying to get a feel of the whole place, and an alleyway in the back. I mean, again, you could almost imagine in years past a side door over here, maybe police coming up, maybe someone running out the side, maybe drunk people stumbling up and down, you know, dark alley. I'm sure at nighttime, I guess 4 o'clock would be the time that these things close. And I don't know, just getting a feel for it. Looks like they got cameras here, checking out left and right. I guess there's people living upstairs. I don't know if they're renting this out or what the story is, but like I said, it definitely has this old feel to it. You know, it kind of reminds me of going to the Columbia Harbor House in Ybor City, kind of something like that. And I'm going to put a picture up over here. This is a picture that I found online of when it was a grocery store. And I know this is a long video. A lot of my videos are, I try to make them 8 minutes because that's a good YouTube length. Looks like this guy's trying to get in. The guy inside so far hasn't been. I told him I was here to do a video, and he wasn't that interested. And he said actually he wanted me to come back and talk to the owner or something. So he didn't really want to let me in early. I wasn't going to bother him. I was just going to kind of, you know, maybe ask him some questions and walk around, get a feel before anybody else came in. But whatever, he's busy, he's got a job to do. And, you know, I try to do these videos, I try to promote, I love local business, so I try to promote any local business that I can. But we'll see. All right, so it's almost a moment of truth. I'm getting ready to go in. As I was telling you, this is a blessed rosary from Incarnation Catholic School and Church that is actually blessed, obviously blessed by a priest. And they always say you got to have a religious article with you when you confront spirits and things from the other side. So just in case, I have this with me. So treasure trove, everybody. I found Larry. I've been talking to him. Didn't even know he was the owner. We're talking about the dogs. What's his name again?
This is Ziggy.
Ziggy.
Say hi.
Hi, Ziggy. We were talking. We didn't know anything about anything that's going on. And I ended up talking to Larry just as a dog lover, and he turns out he's the owner. So you were saying you haven't seen Mrs. Worth, I think it is?
Well, we're not sure, but back in the 50s and 60s, the upstairs was a bordello.
Okay.
So every window you see upstairs was a girl's room.
Wow.
And you'd go up the stairs, and there was a door with a madam's cage. You press the buzzer.
Okay.
Give her the money, and she'd bring the girls out. You pick who you want, and go do your business.
Wow.
So as time progressed, it obviously changed. And in 1988 or 1987, a guy named Jay Foley bought the business, not the building, but bought the business and converted it to the Gator Club. It was the Gator Bar before that. And it was kind of
seedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I came by in 73 as a 16-year-old picking up a girl that I was trying to, you know, have some fun with.
Yeah.
And I opened the door, which was back here, and I looked in and went, oh, no, and turned around and walked away. Not that I'm a snob, but I just didn't feel safe.
Right, it was kind of like that feeling.
Yeah.
Especially with the alley. I can imagine on a dark night or something.
Right. So then Jay remodeled it and made it into kind of a jazz club. There was a piano upstairs. And
Okay.
the stage was right behind this bar, which is now my liquor room and my office. And we moved.
Nice.
Ernie moved the stage here. So Ernie Ritz bought it in '92, and I bought it 20 years ago this month.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. So getting to the spiritual part, when we first bought it, I can give you a couple stories. My wife, we didn't have the office; it was just living room. We had a desk upstairs.
Okay.
And she was sitting there, and the temperature dropped about 15 degrees, and out of the corner of her eye, there was like a swoosh. Like, what the hell was that? Nobody else was in the building. I was in the building, but I was downstairs.
Oh my God.
So then it was I did a pre-shift meeting with my bartender.
Okay.
Sitting up in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, at a table, discussing the evening's issues. And all of a sudden, the cash register starts to ring up. Nobody's there. There wasn't a power surge. Nothing. it rang up different prices. I'm like, what? And we go over and we look at the table. It was like 10 drinks. And we're looking at each other like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So I had to, what they call I had to clear the register so she could start her shift, otherwise she'd be
Yes.
short money. So we did that. So about 2 weeks later, it's 3:30 in the morning. I'm closing the door. I'd gone upstairs. I turned off all the lights.
Right.
And I came downstairs. I was downstairs for about maybe another 10 minutes, finish it up. I walk out this door. I lock it. And I'm walking to my car.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, I turned around and looked up. All the lights were on.
Oh my God. Well, they say spirits deal with electricity, right?
And so I'm like, I know I turned them off. I was dark coming down the stairs.
Yeah.
So I went back in, turned the lights off, and came back. And then about maybe a week later, I closed. Again, it's 3:30 in the morning. Now,
Okay.
I got to tell you this. So I closed. I got home at about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was back here at 8:30 in the morning. And before I leave, I always, people would bump into pictures on the wall and stuff like that.
Right. They switch them. Yeah. Yeah.
So before I leave,
Can I say hi?
yeah, of course, it's Siegel. So before I left, I always straightened all the pictures.
Okay.
These walls are 13 and a half inches of concrete. They do not vibrate.
Yeah, because I'm from Brooklyn, and all these houses built like in 1910 or whatever, and
1912.
three layers of brick. You can't even put a picture on the wall.
Correct.
Right?
You got it drilled.
Yeah.
So I straightened all the pictures, and I came in the morning.
Yeah.
I was the first one here. Nobody else was here. The cleaning guy wasn't here. Hadn't been here. All the pictures were crooked.
My God.
And I'm like, well, that's kind of weird, And we had cameras, and there wasn't anybody in here. I checked just to see.
Yeah.
And those are some of the experiences. And we've had there's different ones.
Different ones.
Those are in my book.
That isn't, Larry, that is
Personally
incredible.
happened.
Personally, you know what? I brought a rosary because they always say it's good to have a rosary. I told you, he knows the story of my son, Matt and all that. These were blessed rosaries. We run a foundation. It's called the Waffles Foundation. Waffles was my son's nickname that he got in high school. So anyway, long story short, my car had a broken windshield, and I met this guy who was a deacon in a church, and he gave me all these blessed rosaries to give out at our event last year. So I want to give you this rosary just to keep with you.
Thank you.
You can give it to your wife. I know it's purple. I would have brought a more manly color,
no,
but I just grabbed that one on my way out. So,
Thank you very much. What's your name?
my name is Alfred.
Alfred Larry.
Nice to meet you,
It's a
Larry.
pleasure.
The pleasure. I'm going to come in and take a look if it's okay.
Yeah.
When you open at 4 o'clock.
Keys, but they open at 4.
Yeah.
Joe's in there.
Joe, and I met the bartender, Michael.
Michael, yeah.
Perfect. Larry, thank you so much. You're the best.
pleasure.
I appreciate you. Come on down to Gator Club. I haven't been in, and I already love it. I gotta come back with my wife one night on bingo night or something like that.
Bingo night's fun. The women love it.
Okay, good. That's the night to let her come. Thanks, Larry.
Take care.
All right, so here we go. Thank you to Larry for his awesome welcome. Wow. It's beautiful in here. So we don't know if we're going to see Mrs. Worth or not. Look at this. Got Prince playing on the radio. I'll tell you one thing, Matt, my son, would have absolutely loved this place. He loved coming to a bar and having a couple of drinks. Michael, how you doing? Nice to see you, sir.
See you, sir.
Michael with the best name there. My middle name, Archangel Michael. Wow. So I definitely feel some history here. I mean, you could certainly feel the age, the history of all these. Look at this. Just a feel. Look at the barrel, the drum barrel. And here you got the stage. Look at this. And it's almost like they got two bars here, right? Wow, this is cool. They got the ATM, but they got the old like cigarette machine. Look at this. I haven't seen one of these, man, since like a bowling alley in Brooklyn. I love it. Wow. Got your restrooms in the back. Look at this. Wow. And this staircase here goes to the upstairs. Wow. So they're letting me go up these stairs here, so it's at your own risk. So I'm in safety and security, so we're going to be extra careful. Wow. Just imagine Mrs. Worth coming up here. Wow. Yeah, look at the grill work on these stairs, too. Wow. Oh, and there's like a private room up here, like another bar. See, now right away, I feel something up here. This is like the pool room. Wow. I definitely feel something up here. These are the windows. This was a brothel, like Larry was saying, but I definitely feel just, again, a lot of history. I feel a lot of history here. Wow. This is definitely a sight to see. Wow. And look at that view from here. Holy cow. Wow. Another view. Wow. Everyone who's watching, you have to come here. This is real and true Sarasota. Like Larry said, he was born in Sarasota. He is one of the pillars of the community here. Great place to come. Every night they got something else going on. You could come in early for a drink and stay late. Right in downtown Sarasota, and you don't have to worry about, you know, you got the trolley. You could just stay somewhere, stay in a hotel, and the trolley will take you back. Lots of Ubers out here to pick you up. Amazing. Wow. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed that video. That was definitely spectacular. Definitely a place you have to come to here in downtown Sarasota. It's absolutely beautiful. This is the crown jewel of downtown Sarasota by far. But there's stores here for every like. You got ice cream stores, you got bookstores, you got everything you can imagine down here, restaurants. This is the place to come. And you got a trolley that'll bring you right over to the other side, over toward Lido Beach. Couldn't think of it. And St. Armand's and all that good stuff. But this is it. This is amazing. So I hope you enjoyed this installment of this special video. I'm going to go back and pick Carrie up right now. So take care of yourselves. Love you. Please subscribe. And please, if you want to give a lot of comments on this video, you know, a lot of thoughts. We shared a lot of thoughts on this video. And I'd like to know what everybody thinks about spirits or maybe experiences that you've had. You know, a lot of times, depending on where we work and what we do, we can't really speak about these kinds of things at work. But we were lucky. For 30 years, I had the Hallmark store, and people used to come in, and we used to have all these different conversations. But we can have them here on my channel. Please write in. Let me know. I'll write back to you. And, you know, we're here on this earth, and a lot of things happen. I can't wait to see my son again. But yet, at the same time, I know there's a lot of things I have to do before I sleep. So, Matt, I love you. I miss you. I can't wait to give you a big hug up there. Have a Coca-Cola ready for me. But before that, got to get some more things done here on the earth. And everybody out there, take care of yourselves. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. It's Al signing off. Thank you.